Hey guys. Sorry, it's been a rough morning. Grandma, no, she wasn't. Give me a break. So, okay, Grandma. Let's see it. Let's see your proof. Email me your proof, cause I know you're a liar, cause I was listening to her. But bring it on. Thank you, Britt. Now it's been a rough morning, but today's Mom's birthday. But my internet is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm so tired of this damn company. They have like false equipment and shit. And I was like fighting with them and everything. This grandma person is saying that Stone Gator was talking shit about me on our live. I was in her live. Just, I could be lurking even if I don't say anything. And I was lurking and I was listening, and yeah, she didn't talk shit about me. I was there. Nick Nico. What's the name of your internet company? Thinking about switching to AT&T. Because this shit sucks. On their internet, it shows that I'm getting 800 megabytes per second. When I go to my regular internet, like when I go to my computer, it's showing 80 on one and 132 on another. I pay for 1,000. So I'm just aggravated. So, anyway. Hope all you guys are doing well. So, okay. I was doing some research and found something that I found so interesting. Now, mind you, I found this at 4:30 in the morning, and I was going to go live about this tonight, but I kind of wanted to get it off my chest and get it out there. And I'm actually really, truly surprised that more people have not made this connection or spoke about this connection. And maybe they have. I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't watch people. I watch Grizzly sometimes. I watch Ickmel sometimes. I definitely watch Tyler. But I haven't heard anybody make this connection. And I'm like, wow, that's weird. Okay. No, just a girl. I'm going to tell you why I believe it is him. All right. Grandma, have a good day. Peace. I'm going to tell you why it is him. This is really, really interesting. First, you guys are going to watch a video. Yeah, you're going to understand all that, Honey Badger, in a minute. First, you guys are going to watch a video. And then, tell me what you guys think, and then I'll tell you the connection. Hold on, I got to pull it up. Some of you guys may remember this person. And some of you guys may not. If Marshmallow comes in as well. Oh, no shit. All right.
This video, it all has to come to this. Hi, Elliot Rodger here. Well, this is my last video. It all has to come to this. Tomorrow is the day of retribution. The day in which I will have my revenge against humanity. Against all of you. For the last 8 years of my life, ever since I've hit puberty, I've been forced to endure an existence of loneliness, rejection, and unfulfilled desires, all because girls have never been attracted to me. Girls gave their affection and sex and love to other men, but never to me. I'm 22 years old, and I'm still a virgin. I've never even kissed a girl. I've been through college for 2.5 years. More than that, actually. And I'm still a virgin. It has been very torturous. College is the time when everyone experiences those things such as sex and fun and pleasure. But in those years, I've had to rot in loneliness. It's not fair. You girls have never been attracted to me. I don't know why you girls aren't attracted to me, but I will punish you all for it. It's an injustice, a crime, because I don't know what you don't see in me. I'm the perfect guy. And yet you throw yourselves at all these obnoxious men, instead of me, the supreme gentleman. I will punish all of you for it. On the day of retribution, I am going to enter the hottest sorority house of UCSB. And I will slaughter every single spoiled, stuck-up, blonde slut I see inside there. All those girls that I've desired so much, they would have all rejected me and looked down upon me as an inferior man if I ever made a sexual advance towards them, while they throw themselves at these obnoxious brutes. I'll take great pleasure in slaughtering all of you. You will finally see that I am, in truth, the superior one, the true alpha male. Yes. After I've annihilated every single girl in the sorority house, I'll take to the streets of Isla Vista and slay every single person I see there. All those popular kids who live such lives of hedonistic pleasure while I've had to rot in loneliness for all these years. They've all looked down upon me every time I tried to go out and join them. They've all treated me like a mouse. Well, now I will be a god compared to you. You will all be animals. You are animals, and I will slaughter you like animals. I'll be a god, exacting my retribution on all those who deserve it. And you do deserve it, just for the crime of living a better life than me. All you popular kids, you've never accepted me, and now you'll all pay for it. And girls, all I've ever wanted was to love you and to be loved by you. I've wanted a girlfriend. I've wanted sex. I've wanted love, affection, adoration. But you think I'm unworthy of it. That's a crime that can never be forgiven. If I can't have you, girls, I will destroy you. You denied me a happy life, and in turn, I will deny all of you life. It's only fair. I hate all of you. Humanity is a disgusting, wretched, depraved species. If I had it in my power, I would stop at nothing to reduce every single one of you to mountains of skulls and rivers of blood. and rightfully so. You deserve to be annihilated. And I'll give that to you. You never showed me any mercy, and so I will show you none. You forced me to suffer all my life, and now I'll make you all suffer. I've waited a long time for this. I'll give you exactly what you deserve, all of you. All you girls who rejected me and looked down upon me and, treated me like scum while you gave yourselves to other men. And all of you men for living a better life than me. All of you sexually active men. I hate you. I hate all of you. And I can't wait to give you exactly what you deserve. Utter annihilation.
Now, oh, for those of you wondering who he is, his name is Elliot Rodgers. Back in 2014, he stabbed 3 fraternity brothers. He then killed 7 sorority sisters, I believe, and then took the gun and shot himself. He is the poster child for a psycho. I absolutely agree. And I was reading the comments. I also agree he's not a bad looking guy, but I think his attitude was creepy as fuck, like American Psycho, and I just don't think he had enough love in his life. I could only imagine his approach on women. So what I started piecing together, if you look up Papa Rodgers on Google, Elliot Rodgers comes up. I started looking at from what I can find, all of the Facebook posts from Papa Rodgers on Facebook. And one of them stuck out to me more than any of them. And I'm going to show you which one it is. Hang on one second. Because the cops and everybody said that, William, it is him. The cops and everyone said that it wasn't a sexually oriented killing. But Papa Rodgers says it was. Papa Rodgers says they're going to tell you that it wasn't sexually motivated. Oh, but it was. And that's what got me down this road of Elliot Rodgers. Oh, 24 people in total? I didn't realize it was that many. I know he stabbed a bunch and he shot a bunch. So hold on one second. Sorry, I'm not prepared on this. I had it and then I had to restart my computer. The last name is the same, and he adds a P though, so it's Pappa. I know that Jennifer Coffindaffer. Oh, he killed 6, wounded 24. Okay. I know that Coffindaffer had debunked the fact that there wasn't a second account, like someone created a second account and tried to copy it, and Coffindaffer debunked that didn't even happen. Like that was a total fake account. So hold on. All right. On November 30th. Hang on. It talks about a crime scene. Okay. Now, for those of you that don't have Facebook, do you guys want me to go through all the posts that he's done? Because I can. I mean, I have them in front of me. Oh, Gray has a big video of the connection? I didn't know. Papa Rodgers, definitely Bryan. But let me know if you want to see all the posts. Because they're pretty interesting. Elliot Stab is the director of Hunger Games? For real? No, people copied them. Okay. Papa Rodgers on, let me go back. Whoop. All right. November 30th, I've met a good coroner who would make that determination prior to an autopsy. Someone said no. Papa said, you've never been to a crime scene. Due to stab wound with a large wide knife is unmistakable and never mistaken as a CSW. Papa said, not true. Once again, have you seen a wound from a hollow point? Stop. I'm done with amateur. Okay. December 14th. If the door was left open or the heat wasn't on, are we sure of the timeline of deaths? It was 28 degrees and overcast the night of the murders. December 14th, before this came out, not a new post from me, but still very relevant. How long was the killer in the house? Jenna says, how long do you think? He says 15 minutes. It's exactly how long. But this stuff I know has gone over. All right, this isn't what I was looking for. See, this stuff has already been talked about. All right, let me find the other stuff. Hold on. They typically held Thursday night parties. Rarely did they ever have Saturday night parties. How would somebody random know that? There's no way that a random person would know that. Think about it. You know what I mean? How would a random person on Facebook know when they held parties? He wouldn't. This is it. Regardless of what has been released, I believe this is a sexually motivated crime. That I find the most interesting. Why would somebody random on Facebook believe that this is a sexually motivated crime? Think about it. Why? How? How would he know it's sexually motivated? Yeah, but Gravy, in all honesty, the psychic could have got it from this. Psychic could read this and find it. This was done before he was caught, too. Oh, they are, though, Cece. These comments are extremely accurate to what ended up happening. It wasn't random. It was police leaking stuff that last login and edited post after he was arrested and wanted people to think it BK. No, that was a different person. That was a different person, just a girl. Coffindaffer had eliminated that theory. She proved that there was another one. But that comment, I believe this is sexually motivated crime. Okay, so maybe I was wrong. And the original, what's her name? The original therapist, psychic, whatever, not psychic, psychologist who said that he was an incel, that might be right. That's what led me to Elliot Rodgers. Calling himself Papa Rodgers? Guess what? Guess what? Papa Rodgers, he left off exactly where Elliot stopped. He had he had all blondes. He had 4 blondes. But here's the creepiest part. And you guys don't laugh at me. Look at the date that Elliot killed on. I think it was a copycat. I do. Or somewhat connected to it. But check this out. May 23rd, so we got 2-3, 22 years old. Notice a pattern. 2s and 3s. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 people were killed. I am not shocked by any stretch of the imagination that Bryan used Elliot as a guide. We're going to find out. I have a deep, dark feeling we are going to find out once all the evidence comes out that somehow this was related to Elliot Rodgers. Looking at, everyone thinks Ted Bundy, everyone thinks this one, that one. Speaking for the norm, I would almost guarantee that, one, that we're going to find that out, but I would almost guarantee that most of us, when you think a sexually motivated crime, what do you think of? You think of he went to rape her, he, went there because she rejected him or something like that. But it may not be. It might be exactly what Elliot is saying. He was rejected. He wanted to hurt her because he was rejected. Now also, Elliot killed 6. Bryan killed 4. That's 10. 1, 0 equals 1. 1 killer. I could go on and on and on. But what makes you say that, just a girl? The reason I'm asking is because just tell me where Bryan has ever had a girlfriend. Show me where Bryan has had dates. Show me somebody that can find a legit girlfriend of Bryan's, because I haven't been able to. Nobody has. Even the news reporters haven't been able to. We could find like a girl from, way back when. No, he killed I think he killed 6 and wounded 24, but let me double check. All right. He stabbed 3 men to death in their apartment. Apparently, one of them on arrival. About 3 hours later, he drove to a sorority house, and after failing to get inside, he shot 3 women outside, 2 of whom died. He then drove past a nearby deli, shot a male student inside to death. He then began to drive through Ilsa Vista, shooting and wounding several people from his car and striking several others in his car. He exchanged gunfire with police twice, and he was injured in the hip. His car then crashed into a parked vehicle, and he was found dead inside with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. But before he drove to the sorority house, Rodger uploaded a video, which we just watched. And he explained he wanted to punish women for rejecting him and so on and so forth. All stem from him, having this inability to find a girlfriend, his hatred of women, his contempt for couples, which also got me thinking, maybe that's why Ethan and Xana died, because they were so happily in love in a couple. 2 of the victims were Rodger's roommates, according to an apartment lease. After the stabbings, he purchased coffee at a coffee shop. Around 8:30 p.m., he was seen working on his laptop in the car in a parking lot. That's when he uploaded the video. 6 murder victims were all students at UCSB, University of California at Santa Barbara. The men killed at Rodger's apartment were Chinese guy. They're all Chinese men, actually. 3 who died from gunshot wounds were a 22-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a 19-year-old. Those are the women, 22, 20, and 19. Cooper and Weiss the women were outside Alpha Phi sorority house, while Michaels Martinez was the victim inside the deli mart. 14 other people were injured, 7 from gunshot wounds, 7 from blunt force trauma when he struck them with the vehicle. 11 of the injured were taken to hospital. 7 went to Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital, where 2 were admitted in serious condition, 1 in fair condition. Students and community members, blah, blah, blah. He had seen multiple therapists since he was 8, and he was never formally diagnosed with a mental illness. He was diagnosed with pervasive developmental disorder and autism. Rodger was increasingly bullied. Same thing we heard about, what's his name, BK? He had an obsession with World of Warcraft. He rejected mental health care and became increasingly isolated. Doesn't sound much different than what we're seeing. So this is crazy. Phoenix also applied to that school. I forgot that happened there. I'm convinced after hearing the barbershop recording that BK was Dave that called T-Rye. See, here's the thing, Lala. I've been thinking about that too. What if he did? What is the big deal? He didn't give any information. Like, maybe I'm missing some, but I don't see what the big hubbub if he did call. Like, he's not a celebrity. Someone can explain to me what the big hubbub is, even if it was him. He didn't say anything. Is it a #1 party school? Yeah, he just applied within the last month or 2 months. He didn't do any early apps. So, the way he talked about killing 10 people did it for me. Someone's going to do an over-the-phone interview with him from jail once they get money on his phone and books. His lawyers, that's going to be a total waste of time, Dino. He's not allowed to speak. His lawyer will tell him not to speak. Yeah, that would be a complete moron if someone wasted money when he's going to say, I can't say anything. I can't say anything. I can't say anything. Or he's going to say, I'm totally innocent. You know, I'm totally innocent. I didn't do anything. So I don't know. Personally, I think it'll be a waste of money. Writing him is one thing, but it's not like he's convicted. You know what I mean? He's not a convicted killer yet. See, BTK is convicted though. Like I said, I was going to write Bryan once he's convicted, but writing him now, it's pointless. Yeah, after he was convicted though. That's my point, Gravy. After he was convicted, yeah, but not before. A lawyer's going to say he can't say anything. Neighbors and friends saw him with multiple women, and Intel generally can't even go on a date. Who saw him with multiple women? I have not heard one person talk about him having a girlfriend at all. Or with multiple women. They said he was always alone. No, so, Gravy, someone was saying that someone was going to write, someone was going to call or have a phone call with BK from jail. But there's no point in talking to him now because he can't say anything. Yeah, I have never heard anything about a girlfriend either. But again, I haven't listened to too many people. BTK, where did you hear that? Yeah, only one Tinder date has come forth. Lala, I'm right there with you. And I don't even believe that Tinder date. I don't think he drove 3 hours to go out with her. Nope, sorry. I don't care how her shit was painted in gold. Who the hell drives 3 hours for a date? No, to go to a movie. No. Someone said that BTK confirmed that Bryan hasn't spoken to him. But where's BTK confirming this? Thank you. That's exactly what I said. That is the exact same thing I said. Yeah, the Tinder date. Hey, Krista, the Tinder date, I believe, is total bogus. Where through his daughter? Because I heard his daughter say that she hadn't spoken to him. I agree. She didn't seem honest. Ethan's wounds are actually worse. Maybe his game was turned down by. No, he may have not liked couples. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. I didn't want to say it because I wasn't 100% sure, but yeah, that I did see. Daughter said she wouldn't be surprised if Bryan contacted BTK because I don't think the daughter speaks to her father. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of got the impression that she doesn't speak to her dad. Ethan was said to be the least wounded. Not even people on scene saw his wounds immediately. There you go. Mickey, honestly, if you have time, if you can time to stalk people and you have time to kill 4 people in 15 minutes and get out of there in 15 minutes, guess what? Guess what? Then it's perfectly feasible to think that you can go out on a date. If you're stalking people, you can date someone. Jennifer, that's what I've always known too, that the daughter has no contact with her dad. I heard it's because he had access to the records from his cases and studied. Who? Who had access to records from what cases? Yes, correct, Gravy. What a low IQ take. You're just making assumptions, and stalking doesn't not take the same time commitments as stalking anyways. Okay, let's see. Stalking doesn't take, hold on, talk about low IQ. And stalking doesn't not take the same time commitments as stalking anyway. But I have a low IQ take? Okay, make that one make sense. It's entirely up to the user how they want to use it or what they're looking for. He did this alone. He absolutely did this alone. BK had access to cases via his studies. Yeah. Anyone can have access, though. Vine University had access. Yeah, but anyone could have access. That's true, Gravy. It's much more interesting if you have an actual point. See, a lot of people think that. A lot of people think, like you, Lala, that he wanted to be famous and he wanted to. I don't think so. I really don't think this had anything to do with crime. I mean, with fame. Tatum, yeah, if you could tell me what FBI agent, because I don't listen to any of those guys for the most part. I just don't like them. You can give many stab wounds. Oh, that's another thing. Hold on, check this out. Thank you, Green IP. Okay, day 39. A killer is not in the victim's immediate circle. That was on December 23rd. I think a lot of us knew that, though. You a boss and I conclude that. Super chat, who was that? You didn't have to do that. You a big dog supporter and you prove that. Someone says, did they say this in the news release? Papa says, no, 100% of what we say is speculation and simply for discussion. The killer has a sexual dysfunction. Thoughts? Which made me think, does he have a sexual dysfunction? That could be the sexually motivated. What kind of sexual dysfunction? Fight me. Ellie is no closer to solving this than they were 30 days ago. That was on December 14th. Little did he know. Day 32 and no motive, same as day 1. Typically at 39 parties. All right, so let me move on to the next group. His little pee-pee don't work right. Exactly. That's what I thought. Because that's like an odd question. Okay. Here's every single post that he made. I really wish these people would have got all the comments because we can't see any of the comments. Just tell me the name, Tatum. The killer is not in the victim's immediate circle. The killer is not a student. Can someone post actual evidence showing where the bodies were found? I know this won't be popular opinion, but this is what I think. He showed the point of entry, the first floor, front door, Kaylee Maddie, Xana Ethan. He has Ethan in the living room, which makes me wonder, was Ethan leaving and saw him and he killed him and dragged him back to the room? Or was this a way to throw someone off? But I wondered this last night. Did Ethan catch him coming down the steps? Ethan was about to leave because remember, he wasn't supposed to sleep there. No, Ethan was found inside the room. He was not found outside the room. Ethan was found they were both inside the room. But he very well may have caught him. Here's the steps. Here's Ethan. Ethan saw him coming down the stairs. Because notice the way this was Papa Rodgers' own description, from what I understand. And then they matched it up here. I do. I think he killed. Look at the thing. If he's coming down the steps, Ethan's right here. Ethan sees him. He stabbed Ethan, brought him back in the room. As big as I can do it. And spit venom too, that good point. He encountered Ethan in the living room and he backed him into the bedroom. But that is a good point. Oh, this was displayed on another channel? Okay. So it was on December 14th. December 21st. Regardless of what's been released, I believe this sexually motivated crime. Did the killer drive, walk, or some combination of both to the scene? A knife is a risky weapon if you know you are going to murder 4 people. Do we think the killer also had another weapon, such as a stun gun or other knife? Or did they not know? My answer to that is no second knife. No, the sheath was next to Maddie. There was no second knife, and I don't believe a stun gun. I do believe that he didn't intend on killing 4 people. That I do believe. Ethan didn't live at the crime scene. Very possible the killer didn't know he was there. Very, very true. Do we think Ellie has a motive yet? What? Any known internet suspect has been eliminated at this point. Fight me? Any known internet suspect? The date of killing was chosen on purpose. Thoughts? The killer has a sexual dysfunction. Now, mind you, this is all a month after this happened. This was literally all December 15th, 20th. Day 32, no motive, same as day 1. Fight me. Ellie is no closer to solving this than they were 30 days ago. Had the killer leave the scene? Did he clean up at all? Not a new post. It said that if the door was left open, the heat was up. Are we sure of the timeline of deaths? It was 28 degrees and overcast the night of the murders. White car is a red herring trying to throw everyone off. Is the killer still in Moscow? What do we think is the height and weight of the killer? Do we think the killer took anything from the house? How long do we think the killer was in the house? Why was the knife the choice of weapon of choice? All he's doing is fishing for info. He wants to know what people know. Little bit, you're not blocked. Four weeks in, no suspects. What's the motive? I feel like the white car is irrelevant. Of course he's going to say that. And that spread like wildfire. He's almost like he's teaching a class. Exactly. He's fishing for info. And he's trying to paint a narrative. Think about how many people ran around stating. I mean, there were a lot of people that ran around stating that the white car was a red herring. Now you know where they got it from. They got it from the Pappa Rodgers. There's a lot of stuff that went around that came from this Facebook group. Tons. That's why I wouldn't go in it. But now I'm kind of mad. I should have been in there. Thoughts on the body placement? I also found this weird. I don't think it was one specific target. On December 8th, we don't know what the body placement was. So he's talking about thoughts on this body placement. We don't know what the body placement was. Everything changed, Miss Nine. Everything. Cops have been lying about this case from day one, which is why I find this interesting. They keep putting Ethan on the living room floor. Did Ethan crawl out of the living room? I mean, crawl out of the bedroom? Was Ethan trying to escape? He got caught so fast he was doing his thesis for it. Gravy, that's a good point. But I wonder how they keep saying Ethan's in the living room. But as far as we know, they were all in the bedroom. So which was it? Oh, no, Kim, it's him. Doesn't Alpha David say Ethan was on? No, they just said in the room. You got me a little confused with Alpha David, but I know what you meant. Affidavit. Initially, everyone said, yeah, I don't think it says. Ethan was trying to save Xana. But I wonder why he keeps placing Ethan in the living room. Hey, East Coast. Sleep good, Yarn. No, Ethan wasn't in the kitchen. Affidavit said Kaylee and Maddie were in their room. We were in Maddie's room, and Xana and Ethan were both found in Xana's room. Oh, someone called into Mel and said it was Alpha David. That's funny. Google friends show the search history for the house by date. Lots of Thursday activity. What do we think? Dylan would have seen him when she peeked out the door. Yeah, but you know what, Spit Venom? There are so many lies surfacing about what they saw, who said what, who was unconscious, who ran out of the house. There's so many lies that we don't know yet. We're not going to know until the actual trial or hard evidence comes in. Yeah, they definitely weren't expecting to be knifed at 4 a.m. I agree. Why'd the killer choose that house? over all the others in the area because of the girls. What do we think is the entrance point to the crime scene? Why do we think the dog was spared? Well, Bryan likes dogs. We know that. And which also took me away from Bryan not being the killer of the dog, the slasher of the dog. It seems that Bryan is a big animal lover. So, there you go. Did the killer shower at the crime scene afterward? I'm going to have to say a big no on that one. I do not believe that the killer showered in the house. I think somebody would have heard it. Did the killer stop at 4 victims out of exhaustion, convenience, or lack of knowledge? I find this interesting that there were only 9 comments. That should have been a huge discussion, and it wasn't. And I'm not really sure why. Why'd the killer choose a knife as the weapon of choice? This is him. Nobody else would be this interested unless they plan on doing a copycat. And to use Papa Rodger is interesting as well. Bethany said, where did you hear Bethany speak? I've been looking for something with Bethany. I haven't heard anything. Where did Bethany speak? I know, right, Angela? I mean, it would have been smart of him to take a shower. But I think it's too risky. Taking a shower in someone's house is way too risky. Yeah, I haven't seen Bethany speak either. Trends. Oh, hold on. Okay, based on the evidence, this is where I believe Xana was found. And show Xana right next to where we all believe she would be. And that's right next to the wall, which caused this. So this was on December 5th. At that point, there was no evidence to show where Xana was found. None. But we all knew she had to be at the wall because of this. But how did he know what bedroom she was in? Because remember, even that cop guy, I think it was a cop or a lawyer, he got it wrong. He had all their bedrooms differently. How did this person know where her bedroom was? Remember, they weren't sure if it was on this side or that side? Yeah, it's Xana's wall. But we didn't know that on December 5th. Because we thought that Dylan was downstairs. And from what I remember, they thought that she was in this room and they were in the other room, if I remember correctly. And why would you think she was all the way next to the wall? Well, I guess you could say because of the blood drip. But we all thought that the other one was downstairs. Did the killer drive to, walk to, and from the scene? Thoughts? Okay, December 1st. This is on the high side of the house. They found evidence here. It is likely blood dripping from the killer. Either they fled through this area or they were parked there. This being the most strategic entrance point to the house, it shows planning. This was on December 1st. Think about it. Why would he think? Most likely blood dripping from the killer. Why would you think that? Because you knew that blood was dripping from you. That's why. Think about it. No, she wasn't near the hallway. She was towards the back. Yeah, that's a hell of a guess. Because it could have been a footprint. It could have exactly divined. It could have been a footprint. It could have been a tire mark. It could have been anything. What makes him think that it was likely blood? Blood wouldn't be my first thought. And I think pretty intense. Blood dripping from the killer would never be my first thought on this. My first thought would be a fingerprint, a footprint, or something. One hell of a blood trail leaving. Well, that's why he's saying that it wasn't, he's saying it was blood dripping from the killer/killers. But again, Dylan only saw one person. Exactly, Janessa. I believe the killer came from the high side of the house. They were covered in blood after the attack. Only 3 comments. Again, December 1st. November 30th. Of all the evidence released, the murder weapon has been consistent as a large fixed blade knife. This leads me to believe they found the sheath. This evidence was released prior to autopsies. On November 30th, we did not know that a sheath was left behind, ever. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I don't think we did. True. Good point. Alexa says you don't need the presence of a sheath to know the killings were done with a fixed blade knife. And I had said that from the beginning, that this leads me to believe they found the sheath. Very, very strange wording. And honestly, this right here is the reason I believe 100% it's him. Not only it's either him or another killer, because he asks questions like a teacher. He asks questions like, that's just not right. Why all his posts were removed, I don't know. She talk is what makes me think. Exactly, that's what I said, Spit. But at first I'm like, no, it's not him. You guys are crazy. It's totally not. And then when I saw the sheath, I was like, all right, that's him. I'm not going to lie. That is definitely him. There's no way it's not him. Could this be Ellie? Well, that's a good point, too. I never thought of that one. But why, though? She's got a good point, though. Who thought of... Amber, you came up with that? Takes a whole new spin on things. What if it's Ellie? What if it's a cop pretending to be a killer? What do we think of that? That's a hell of a thought. What if it's a cop trying to catch a killer? Exactly, Jem. What if it's FBI? Think about it. They would have all this information as well. Maybe they were trying to see if it was the killer. Now you just killed my whole damn theory. Thanks, Amber. She just killed my whole theory. To drama, it is very plausible. It could easily be an FBI agent. You think FBI would risk it? What did they risk, though? They didn't risk anything. Yeah, you never know, Linda. Don't be surprised. You'd be surprised what the FBI would do. That's a great thought, though. I mean, I can't prove it or disprove it, but that's a great thought. He didn't hold someone hostage. He didn't have enough time. Most definitely not a cop would have experience in handling it. Oh, yeah, they would. A lot of cops are ex-military. Obviously, BK did have experience. And he managed to kill 4 people. FBI risking Bryan, thinking that they may be onto him and him fleeing. True. Yeah, I did a live about that a couple of days ago, a little bit. Think the info about the sheath was just leaked. No, but it wasn't leaked. They did do good this time. They absolutely did. It's just really interesting thought. But that's it. That's the whole leak by him, exactly. They had eyes on him 3 ways, air, ground, and web-wise. Another channel set up before it was released. Let me guess, 10 to life. Her inside source. BK is an agent of what? You read what I was saying? How a co-defendant could be law enforcement or agent. Oh. Speaking of, I want to let you guys know something. Tyler had spoken to lawyer, you know. They said that's very standard wording. That the co-defendant is very standard. Very standard. And there's a lawyer, Andrea Burkhart, who explains it in detail as well. She's a criminal defense attorney. I watched her video yesterday on Twitter. I was going to see if she wanted to come on. And she was saying that it explains that all the wording that we think is so, like, you know, suspect number 1 and suspect vehicle, it's all standard. They do that in order to cover the entire process. So, like, if the FBI, or I'm sorry, if the police, if the prosecution has a co-defendant, then the defense wants all that info as soon as possible. And they want to cover all bases, even if they can't. The only problem with lawyer, you know, is he's not a defense attorney. Sheath may have as well have had the knife. I know, right? All right, someone just sent me something. Hold on. Standard terminology, yeah. Okay, just put out. Prosecutors say Idaho killing suspect Bryan Kohberger will likely not be able to plead not guilty by reason of insanity. Yeah, Idaho doesn't have an insanity defense. We knew that, though. Which I don't totally understand. If they were on to BK at the end of November, per the PCA, they would have been monitoring BK 24/7. If it's withheld, could mean a mistrial later. Yeah, that's why the way Andrea explained it was a little slow to listen to, but she was pretty in depth. If a defendant doesn't have all the information and the prosecution is holding something, if the prosecution decides that they have a co-defendant and they're not telling the defense, So what his lawyer did was cross every T, dot every I to make sure that the prosecution can't have anything, that the prosecution will absolutely 100 unequivocally give them everything and nothing in the future. He's really cute, Alley Cat. I agree. His dad used to be a prosecutor. Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying. Bye, Jenny. Brady violation. I talked about that too. They are definitely going to use the Brady 150%. They would be dumb not to, because you know he's going to try it. But I'll tell you this much, his lawyer is good. His lawyer is damn good. Peter's good. If you listen to him, I mean, even he thinks prosecutors don't have enough on Bryan, even though he's not the... Oh, I agree, though. I say the same thing. Lawyer, you know, is really cute. I'm not going to give the defense 1 inch until I know what evidence is found. Thanks, Glory. I'm getting off in a minute, though. I pretty much said everything. His lawyer is the head PB. That's why. Still, she's phenomenal. I'm telling you, she's doing things like a top-notch attorney. They do it all the time, Trollop. They want that wow moment in court. They want that, wow drop moment, and then they're going to fight it, and they say, oh, we didn't know, we just got it in. They do it all the time. It's a dirty trick, but it's done all the time. Having your own counsel is always better, but when you have a high-profile case like this, high-profile attorney, way too much money. And look what happened with Scott Peterson. He went to jail anyway. But look at Jose Baez. He was a public defender. They try not to, but judge will freak out like Rottenborn case. I know, right? Yeah, Iowa does that, Glory. Iowa, all attorneys must do time as a public defender, and you don't know which case you're going to get. So you can get like the best lawyer out there. Yep. Casey Anthony and O.J. Simpson, both killers, and walked free. Do you think he went as far as think of who? No, I didn't, Britt. I don't think he thought he would get caught. And there was something I read in a comment that he made under Pappa Rodgers. I wish I remembered exactly where it was, but it was something along the lines of he had this all mapped out in his head. The killer had this all mapped out in his head. And then something went wrong. It was something like that. I'm like, bing, that's exactly what I keep saying, is that the killer had this in his head. Bryan had this all mapped out, completely mapped out from A to Z of exactly how this was going to go down. And boom, blew up right in his face. Because once it was done, didn't go down the way he thought it would. But even if you have a top attorney, doesn't mean they're actually going to work on it. You know what I mean? Ethan went wrong. I don't know. Because again, we don't know the order if they were killed. Yeah, but once you kill one, what's the difference? You kill one, you kill five, it don't matter. If the brows aren't as thick, you must have quit. Dino, that was awesome. I'm going to pin that. Whoop. I love that. Have you watched The Fall? No, I haven't. She probably has higher political... Yeah, but I heard she's older. I heard she's 57. So maybe this is like her case to bang out, you know? BTK did confirm. Where? Where did BTK confirm? The more unexpected people, the longer you stay in house. True, but he was still out pretty quick. I think it was an Idaho news channel. All right, let me take a look. Hold on. I mean, I really don't see these bushy eyebrows. He had it mapped out, and he would be free if he didn't leave the night. See, I was wondering that too, Tennessee. Do you think that if he didn't leave the sheath, he wouldn't have been caught? Or do you think there's a lot of evidence out there? Because at first I thought the same way you did. And then I started thinking, I'm like, you know what? I think there's way more evidence than we think. Did BTK confirm no contact with Bryan? Okay, TMZ. BTK serial killer says Bryan Kohberger never contacted him. BTK killer denies speaking with Bryan. That was on January 7th. BTK killer has axed rumors. Hold on. I saw that. BTK killer has axed rumors he was in contact with accused quadruple killer Bryan Kohberger. No on Kohberger all around. Dennis Rader told TMZ in response to a query about whether he contacted the 28-year-old accused murderer of 4 college students in Moscow. Kohberger was arrested on December 30th at his parents' house, previously studying under friends, blah, blah, blah. Rader's strange daughter said that she was pretty shocked to learn that there was potentially a connection to my father. She suggested that a father could have contacted or had an influence on Kohberger, considering that Ramslin had been his teacher. Rader admitted that theory wasn't all that far-fetched. I had thought someone may have studied me, he told TMZ. The killer praised Idaho law enforcement for capturing the suspect, but went on to whine to the outlet about his hardships. My family don't communicate with me at all. I love them all very much and would be happy if one did. Kohberger, who faces first-degree murder charges and could wind up on death row, appeared in Idaho court. So yeah, he did confirm it. Crime is hard, prison is harder. It depends what prison you're in. $50 best Valentine's Day gifts. Candles. Candles make the best Valentine's Day gifts. Okay, this is not good. Sage might want to change schools. Oh my. That's not good. That's one of Sage's picks. She got accepted there. That's not good. I know it's horrible, especially when your daughter may start there in September, in August. That's not good. They just had their quota, so it'll be safer. The kid threw the whole future away over nothing. I know. I don't even know what it's about. I just saw that on a highlight. I know. That's her second choice school, not her first one. We don't know if she got into her first one yet. I know. It's crazy.
Family, friends, and community members will gather tonight to say their final goodbye to a standout high school football star.
Well, it couldn't be him. I know it can happen anywhere, but still, that's scary. Why not just go to school close to home? That is fairly close. It's only a couple of hours. 21-year-old man cut off his 21-year-old wife's head in Texas. Nice. I think I read that yesterday, as a matter of fact. All right, let's go through the headlines real quick. Then I gotta get off. All right. What? Wife of neighbor 6 cent screams keep Kohberger away? What? Here's a story. Tyler, you in here? He's Jesus. Utah dad who kills his wife and 5 children. Utah newspaper published a glowing obituary of a man who murdered his family before killing himself. Michael made it a point to spend quality time with each and every one of his children. Height 42 killed his wife, 5 children, and mother-in-law on January 4th, just 2 weeks after Tasha Hort 40 filed for divorce. The obituary, which didn't mention the murders, discussed Height's leadership skills, value of honest hard work and determination, and noted that he had been an Eagle Scout. Michael enjoyed making memories with the family, the article said, describing his marriage and the birth of all the children, but not the gruesome deaths. Wow. Bro, I know it is Jesus, right? He killed all of them. How sad. And the mother-in-law. In another bizarre move, a GoFundMe set up to raise money for funeral and legal expenses, and a memorial fund replaced a photo of Haidt and the family with an image of Jesus. The GoFundMe also didn't mention the murders or suicide, but also omitted mention of Michael Haidt. It's raised almost $100,000. It is with the heaviest hearts that we share the passing of Gail Earl, Tasha Haidt, and her 5 beautiful children. Their lives were tragically taken too soon. All who knew them loved them so very much. There are no words to describe the heartache we feel. They will be missed immensely by their family, friends, neighbors, classmates, and community. The funds will go towards any funeral expenses if needed, legal fees, and a memorial fund in honor of Tasha's children. A few thoughts from Gail's kids. What is wrong with these people? Someone donated 2,500 bucks. That's crazy. How do you not mention that the father freaking, maybe in an update? Gail, Earl, and Natasha hate family. Jesus. Oh, are they Mormons? That's crazy. I wonder how he did it. Hi, Carly. It was worth another $5 to point out that it wasn't my personal opinion to point out that Michael annihilated his family. This is literally what happened. He slaughtered his own children. He will never, ever see heaven. And you know what? I bet a lot of you won't either, the way you're carrying on about this evil, selfish, narcissistic, psychotic man. Because only someone truly beyond God's love, beyond the love of Jesus, would murder his own children, his wife, and his mother-in-law. Michael Haidt murdered his wife, Tasha Haidt. Michael Haidt murdered his children. Macy, Michael murdered his child. Bailey, Michael murdered his child, Sienna. Michael murdered his child, Eamon. Michael murdered his child, Gavin. Michael murdered his mother-in-law, Gail. Their names should have been memorialized the way his was. Amen. I like Megan Conair. I wish I could thumb it. Yeah, then pulled the trigger on himself. Megan Conair, where you at? I gotta find you. Great comment. This is my family and I love them so much. My heart breaks for your pain and sorrow. Please know my children, grandchildren, and I stand behind you and all. Wow. It is a great comment. I know. How do you kill everybody? And why the mother-in-law too? Why kill his mother-in-law? 17 to 5. 5 to 17. Yeah, taking time to spend time with his children. It's this guy. I read it earlier. It's disgusting. This guy's sick. He's Jesus, though. I guess once you kill one, you might as well just wipe them all out. $12,000 people donated. What a sick fuck. Exactly. Leave no stone unturned. Just get, once you do one, you might as well do them all. Crazy. "35-year-old Brookfield woman missing. Police log shows missing mom's employer contacted police before husband. This crime online previously reported. Last thing, yeah, she's, I hate to say it, but I think she's chopped up somewhere. Nancy Grace, in front of the house. Diaper-clad toddler caught on camera playing with a loaded handgun in freezing apartment stairwell. You can see the gun right here. What's wrong with these people? 45-year-old Indiana dad was arrested on Saturday after his toddler son was seen wandering around his apartment complex with a loaded gun while repeatedly pulling the trigger. Beech Grove police said there were no rounds in the gun's chamber, but 15 rounds were loaded into the weapon's magazine. Shane Osborne had been charged with felony neglect. Wow. Dude, what's wrong with these people? Wow. 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 Now, all right, gun people, I got a question. What's the difference of it being in the chamber or being in a magazine? I don't know that much about guns. What's the difference? No, he was holding a gun and pulling the trigger. They said there was nothing in the chamber, but it was in the magazine. But if it was in the magazine, wouldn't it oh, you have to cock it back. Okay. So being that he didn't cock it back, that's why there were no okay. No, that makes sense. In the chamber means it's ready to fire. Okay. That's crazy. Chamber, it was ready. You just have to cock it. I mean, that kid could have killed himself, could have killed someone. I mean, you see him pulling the trigger, everything. So wouldn't that kind of be like gun safety? If you keep it in the chamber, but not in, if you keep it in the magazine and not in the chamber? Isn't that really kind of like gun safety in a way? First of all, honestly, that kid is way too big to be in a diaper. No? Someone says yes, one says no? Let's watch it again. Yeah, that kid is way too big to be in a diaper. Way too big. If one's in the chamber, that means the gun's ready to shoot. Oh, I don't even think he's under 2. No way. I don't know. He's still, the way he's talking, like a batter up. Thank you, Adela. He looks 4 or 5. I agree. Maybe not 5, but definitely like 4. One in chamber means ready to fire, just like on a movie set. Interesting. That's scary shit, though. What's wrong with these parents? The father who lied that he didn't own a gun was arrested. Good. He should be arrested. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. He'd make John Heston proud. That's right. Could just be a giant toddler. Could be a giant toddler. Oh, how freaky. The reporter's name is Shannon Watts. That's kind of freaky. Why did the neighbor just film it and not go take the gun from the kid? Maybe they were afraid. Yeah, if it's not chambered, then let your kids play with the guns. There you go. CPS about... Yeah, the dad was arrested. The neighbor called the police. Exactly. Here, take my gun, son. No, he was pulling it. You see him pulling it. Yes, I did God's property. I still want to know how they knew that he did it intentionally. That was the Tesla incident. That's true, Gravy. Son could have been holding up the parents. He wanted more food. You want me to replay it? He's looking down that barrel. Exactly. Potty train me or I'll shoot. He wants women? Yeah, I'm waiting for my ring. It should be here any day. Tessa could have faulted on the son. No, they're saying he was arrested. Yeah, it is a ring camera. He was arrested. I agree, Adele. That's why I say he's like 4 or 5. Yeah, I ordered a ring camera. Tesla's in huge case right now with faulty cars. Yeah, he's sagging it. Now, ring cameras have great camera. To me, they're the best I've seen. Why is he outside by himself with those big ass stairs? That's why I don't think he was like 2. That's why I think he's like 4 or 5. But you guys know that case we're talking about? That guy that drove off a cliff in a Tesla, fell 250 feet, and he survived. Do you have it all around? I got one for the front and the back. And a chime. Voted the whole kit and caboodle. In case my crazy ass stalker comes, knocks on my door. Got it all on camera. Yeah, all 4 survived. Amazing. 250 feet over a cliff on a big rock. And they all survived. Trust me. People in California are going to buy Teslas. If I could afford one, I'd buy one. Crazy. Had to be 4 or 5 to open door. Remember, Quentin couldn't open it. Yeah. His wife and 2 children most likely told. That's what I'm thinking, Lala. I'm thinking like maybe he said something before they went over. Like, I love you, but this is it. We're done. And that's why the wife did it. Who knows? Anyone have iPhone and keyboard acting strange today? No. Battery dying quick, but... Those were nice and gave me gifts. Not like my stalker. So, all right, I'm going to get out of here, though. I got candles to do. I got to finish my Mickey Mouse candles. By the way, February subscriptions are all Mickey Mouse. We're doing a Disney theme for February because I had to order for a special order for someone going on a Disney cruise. And so now I have all these Disney molds and stuff. So, yeah, February for subscriptions is Disney month. I got a stalker on YouTube. Big time. Just takes them pulling it back. See, I didn't know that, though. I don't really know that much about guns. Yeah, you could buy a Mickey Mouse candle. No, I haven't. It's me, Jay. Night. Yeah, but you're on Wax Melt subscription. Whoop. But yeah, I'm gonna do Wax Melt Disney. Minnie needs love net. Minnie, Mickey, Donald. My stalkers weren't very seasoned. Oh, you told me you weren't gonna get it. I didn't put it on the website yet. I'll do it today. There's a lot of scents I need to add on the website. I need to update it. I just haven't had time. If my stalker shows up at my house, good luck. Oh, I'm sorry, J. Lordy. My stalker's not a guy, though. It's a 71-year-old female who's crazy. Yeah, Jay, look for it tonight. I'll have it on tonight. But now I got a Ring camera. So is mine, Julia. But yeah, I have all this stuff. I had to order all this stuff for Disney to do this special order. I got little molds, big molds, lots of Disney. 52, that's me, Britt. I'm stalking you. Nah, this woman's 71. She's fucking insane. Nah, she lives in Florida. I'm actually looking for an attorney. Enough is enough. I've had enough. I put it out on Twitter too that I'm looking for an attorney. Thank you, Lame Staley, because she's crazy. She's bona fiably fucking insane. Like, for real. And enough is enough. And anyone that's been with me a long time knows what I'm talking about. Bona fiably fucking insane. Lies constantly. Latest is they're contacting my landlord. Okay, you do that. You go contact my landlord. Watch how fast he hits you with harassment. Please do it. Same one, Adele. Oh, does he, Divine? She's a coward too. All she does is lie. It's nonstop lying. Like, holy shit. But I told my landlord knows I'm a YouTuber. I told my landlord said anyone contacts him, he will hit them with harassment. He doesn't have time for my YouTube bullshit. He's a landlord and he works full time. No, Dino, she was a mod of mine. I have no idea what a deal is. She's fucking insane. And the latest is they're contacting my landlord and blah. You do that. Please do it. I beg you to. Stop cussing on our report. Alex, suck my dick. How's that? $14 ounce. Yes, I will. It's me, Jay. That's what I'm saying. I got to find out how to do a restraining order, if I need a lawyer, the whole nine. Yeah, that was the latest video. They're going to contact my landlord and tell them all the things that I do. Like, this isn't a fucking game. Like, people have lives, guys. Like, for real. You think my landlord cares about what I do on YouTube? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? To even think that, to even look up my landlord. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? You people are disgusting. I already have let law enforcement know. Believe me, I have. I've let law enforcement know. I've let my landlord know. I shouldn't have to let anybody know. I don't bother these people. I don't fucking even talk about them. Especially the one that looked up my landlord. Every day, Miss Blue. Every day. Literally. She is obsessed, Heather. It's sick. Absolutely sick. But they think that the real world is like their YouTube world, and it's not. You know, like, my landlord doesn't want to hear about your YouTube bullshit. Like, what the fuck? Why would you even think he would? Like, what is wrong with you? That is harassment. If you didn't know. You should pay $39.99 a membership of Parker Stanley and get them to write out a cease and desist that ought to do it. Oh, really? Shit, I'll pay more than that. Right, Red? Totally. Her and the other one. Come from my kid, you're beyond too far. You are done. I agree with that too, Britt. But I'm telling you, they're just crazy. Judicial hearing, you have to file charges and then have her served in her state. They'll do the hearing by Zoom. Yeah, but that I know. But I have to actually know exactly where she is. I know where the other one is. Yeah, Legal Shield is a waste, though. I could get the papers easily, as I could do on Legal Shield. I agree, Misty Blue. You can, Gravy? Gravy's my lawyer. J. Lord, exactly. The old one is insane. The other one is pure gel. It's so weird. You would think I actually did something to these people. I've never done a fucking thing to them. All right, Gravy, I need a cease and desist. All right. I mean, I could do it old mafia style and just send someone to her house. That'll shut her up, but... I mean, she does every single thing that YouTube is against. I read all the rules. Every single thing that YouTube is against, she does. And YouTube does nothing. Even ban evasion, and YouTube does nothing. People just need to go back to prank fight. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Uncle Vinny with a hammer. I had Uncle Vinny go into a house with a hammer. I don't know what happened, though. Yeah, she has a channel. It's all about me. And again, every single thing that YouTube is against, she does. And it doesn't seem to matter. Then you got these other ones that they can talk all day about me. But if I mention them, all of a sudden, I'm at fault. I'm telling you, people on YouTube are fucking crazy. Crazy. No, they cut her channel once. I got to get a hold of Natasha Cooper's banners, the people that got her off, and find out how they did it. I can't either, Gravy. Exactly right, Adele. All hell breaks loose. But they could talk about me all day long. But if, God forbid, I mention them, oh, now it's my fault. If any one of my supporters goes into their chats, I must be sending them. I don't send anybody anywhere. Quite the opposite, actually. Everyone in this chat is going to be reported to the police. Yes, that's another thing. She's got a big file. I don't want to see you or anyone we know hurt. That ill Brit, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. They are, and she is literally insane. No joke. 71, 72 years old or something. But like, who the fuck looks up my landlord? Why would you look up my landlord from YouTube? That is mentally, like, mentally fucking insane. I've never even looked up somebody's landlord. I don't care that much about someone on YouTube. You could be the biggest fucking hater out there. These people are sick. Mental, exactly. I'm texting from lockup. I have intermittent explosive disorder. It is diabolical. She's sick. And there's nothing I could do about it. Yeah, she said everyone in her chat, she's going to report. She's going to jail. She's just such a liar. She did say that, though. Because I'm so bad. I dox while she doxes me. I'm so this while she does it. These people are sick. Joe Perry, because it's my channel and I could do whatever the fuck I want. How's that? Why you here? Why you here if I'm always complaining, Joy Perry? Fake ass account. She just lies. She lives by her life. She does live by her lives. I agree. And Joe Perry is a perfect example. There's a perfect example. Oh, these people can make videos about me every day, but God forbid I say anything. God forbid I fucking say anything. And, oh, why are you complaining every day? Why don't you live my life, you piece of shit? Their account's been around since 2014. They don't have one subscriber. Okay. Okay, Joe. Or Joy. Exactly, Misty Blue. I'm not allowed to talk on my own channel. But they're not a troll. They're just an incel. Who has an account from 2014 and not one subscriber and no contact? Yeah, okay. You started trolling in 2014. I know, right, Misty Blue? How dare I? Everybody else can talk about people that come after them. But when I do it, no, all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose. I'm never allowed to confront it. Everyone else can, but I can't. Everyone else is allowed to talk about people that come after them, but not me. Biggest fucking hypocrites I've ever seen is the DC. Thank you, Misty. Biggest hypocrites. I know, how dare we speak? How dare I talk on my own fucking channel? You a boss and I conclude that. Super chat, who was that? You didn't have to do that. You a big dog supporter and you proved it. Thank you, Misty. I wouldn't want to be a guy and all. I think neither would you. We're giving up multiples. Huh? I love that little song too. Exactly. Jesus loves them. It's just fucking weird. But I hear all these people talk about, well, this one talked about me, so, and then I heard this morning, I had to laugh my ass off. These people hold stuff against me from 3 years ago, and I actually heard them say that, oh, well, how did they put it? If someone comes after you and they do this to you, then anything that you do to them is perfectly okay, unless your name is Laura. Because if your name is Laura, then there's a problem. Laura's not allowed to respond the way everybody else is. No. It's fucking ridiculous. That's why I walked away from all of them. Fucking hypocrites. Yeah. Pray good things over your enemies. I have. I don't fuck with them. I don't even think about them. You respond how you want. That's what I said. And I always have. Isn't drama the point of the... Yeah, but they call you the candle lady. Yes. Which is fine. They can call me the candle lady. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I started a trend. It seems now everyone's making candles, wax melts. I'm honored. I'm glad I started something. Yeah, but it's only drama when it's them. With truth that they can't handle. Exactly. I mean, I've said some low shit. Don't get me wrong. I really have. But don't come after me and then expect me to be an angel. Exactly, Mike Drop a Mom. That's what I say. My own opinions on my own channel? Say what? Who says that? Why should someone talk about their own feelings on their own channel? Who does that? It's ridiculous. I would take Candle Lady. Exactly, Remy. I agree with that. The lawyer you know is on now. He's been on. Thought those channels did that for their content. They do, but they always, like, it always was about me. I was fighting with like 20 people at once. And then I just walked away. I had a whole nother channel for it. It got boring. It's the same shit. I don't even like listening to it now. It's the same shit over and over and over. Different people. It's lame. What? And you made them money because you were good at it. Now they don't make enough money. Probably that's true, Lead with Love. That's definitely true. I made a lot of channels money. That's for sure. I agree, Britt. Walking away is healthy. Same as standing up for yourself is healthy. And I don't even stand up for myself the way I should. I don't go at these people. These people aren't fucking worth it. But I'm still allowed to vent once in a while. Thank you, Lead with Love. I love being here. Believe me, Remy, I've tried. Thank you, Glory. But I'm telling you, everyone and their mother now is doing candles or wax melts. It's funny. I'm like, I'm honored. I really don't, Adele. Gloria, I think that was an accident. I agree. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Should take up knitting, bowling. Even the younger ones should take up a fucking hobby. I did not know who you were until people started talking about you. I checked out your channel, subscribe, and unsubscribe from others. Your TC is much better than others. Thank you so much, Dennis. I appreciate that. I heard one say today that I have false info on the Idaho 4. I don't have any fucking false info on the Idaho 4. Oh, let me tell you. One of my homies is making soap. She was supposed to send me some. I still haven't gotten it yet. Thank you, Liz. Because I don't do that bullshit. I don't follow what everyone else follows. Sometimes I'm wrong. But I definitely don't have false info. That's for sure. That I make a point. Took me forever to get here too, but unsubbed to most. Yes, Julie, you've been with me a long time. I made one wick, came to the surface, and been trying to get a complaint against my doctor who got me fired and is letting me slowly die at 61 and then terminates me as a patient with severe anemia. Wow, Dragonfly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oops. All right, I gotta get back to these Mickey Mouse candles. On none of your cases have you put out rumors. I heard you from other people and been here for months. Thank you, Remy. Thank you, Dino. I don't like false rumors. I definitely don't run with the crowd. By the way, I wrote Emily Baker yesterday. I told her I want to pick her brain. She hasn't written me back yet. Jesus loves you. I don't think she'll write me back, but I told her, I said, I'm sure you get 100,000, emails. I just want to pick your brain. I said, I've been with you since you have 5,000 subs. Talked about lipstick, lighted lipstick. She might, she might. I told her, I said, I just want to pick your brain. I said, every time I listen to you, I love listening to you, but it's always such topical questions. Like, I already know all those answers, and I understand you got to address all the questions. I said, but I want to pick your brain deep. I got deep law questions. So we'll see what happens. Did not see what all the fuss was about. The purple lady or lady in purple, whatever it was. When I watched this channel for the first time, I did not see what all the drama. I agree, Dennis. Why, Monica? Because that's what she does. She has to have my name in her mouth. And then, 50 people in chat went on for 5 minutes. Yeah, she didn't think her channel would take off. Her personality is also a lot different now. Her personality was like a lot duller back then. And now she's all cursy and she's funny though. But she did. She's changed. In a positive way, not a bad way. So, having someone stalking you, yeah, I'm telling you, it's bad. Bad, bad. Hey, Amy, I'm just about to shut down, hon. I have to go finish making candles. I heard about Hoagie had a stroke. Yeah, I did hear. Is that what happened? I was wondering what happened. I read her post, but I didn't know what it was about. I guess he's a lawyer on YouTube or something. I don't know where all these lawyers have time for YouTube. I know Emily does this full time now, but where do all these lawyers get all this time? Big time, he kind of started LawTube. Oh, no shit. Dude's allowed with legal bites. They work 24/7, I guess so. I just thought I'm like, where do all these lawyers have all this time? I'd be like, bitch, get off YouTube and work on my case. All right, guys, hit that thumbs up. I might be back tonight. I had to get this off my chest because I was thinking about it from last night. I went to bed. I was like, should I go live at 4:30 in the morning? But I didn't want to go live at 4:30. I had to go to bed. So that's why I went today. But if you really want to look deeper into it, check out Elliot Rodgers. Check it out. If you haven't seen it before, you don't know that much about it, there are a lot of similarities. If I go live tonight, it'll be later. Oh, wait, no, Banfield's back tonight. Silly me. Can't miss Banfield and Cuomo. You have to go live tonight. I'll have a boring night if you don't. All right, so let me get these candles done then. And I will see you guys tonight. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you guys. Thank you guys for super chat. I know I got a couple of PayPals and our PayPal Cash Apps. So thank you guys for that. And much appreciated is how this channel stays alive. Make sure that you guys order some candles. I got Valentine's Day candles that I'm making all this week in all different scents, and I ordered some more scents. We got a lot of duplication, a lot of dupes coming. Tom Ford dupe, a lot of them. I will tell you guys later. I give you a whole list of all the dupes I'm doing for Valentine's Day, but all your top candles you can order right here. You don't have to spend, you know, $90, $100, $200 on a candle. You will get the exact same scent here in the same pretty jar that they use. So I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys tonight. Peace.